Hey guys, welcome back to Casme. I wanted to touch on something I've been looking over for a while, and that's this interview with Fred Thiel from Marathon Digital. If you don't know who he is the CEO, and Marathon Digital mines Bitcoin, and allegedly they mine Kaspa as well. I say allegedly because I just went looking for evidence that they are still currently mining uh, Kaspa. And first, I wanted to share the interview with you and just comment on it and what my perception is of what they're doing here, okay? Because I regularly see people posting this and it puts Fred up on a pedestal saying, "Oh, he's a CEO, he works with BlackRock, they're all in on Caspa." Like I'm paraphrasing and exaggerating, but that's pretty much what these posts suggest. And that's not what he says here at all. So I want to play this for you guys and then make some commentary on it.
And then one thing people don't realize that we do is, people ask us, well, why are you mining Kaspa? What the hell's that? You're a Bitcoin miner. Well, 1 kilowatt of energy for me generates 8 cents of Bitcoin value.
Okay.
1 kilowatt of Kaspa generates $1. I can use that dollar to buy Bitcoin.
So, right here on this part of the interview, he blatantly says that the reason he mines Caspa is because he can mine it at basically earn 10 times more for his money, maybe even 12 times more for his money by mining Caspa and then taking that Caspa and selling it and buying Bitcoin. Okay. So that's what he clearly states is his mission in mining Caspa. But we're going to keep going.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
Caspa is a
it's a proof of work coin.
got it.
It's one of the up and coming coins.
Got it.
And very interesting technology. But we're constantly looking at ways, what can we do to generate revenues that we can turn into Bitcoin?
Got it.
Because anything we can do to buy Bitcoin at a discount is good for our shareholders.
Sure. And then are you just then mining the Caspa and then directly liquidating it to Bitcoin, or
So
is there
we'll
holding
hold a
period?
portion of it.
Yeah.
And then, as we become a bigger and bigger part of the Kaspa ecosystem, we can't hold too much because then, it's almost like we're the 51%. You don't want to
Sure.
be that
Sure.
person
Sure. Yeah.
in the marketplace. And so we'll liquidate. But Kaspa's had a great run. It's gone from under a penny to over.
Um, so real quick, this interview is from 2024, okay? And again, he just confirms again that he earns Caspa and then sells it into uh, Bitcoin. And he also states that he puts some of it into reserves, okay? And we'll be circling back to that at the end of this.
18 cents.
Got it.
And so, balance sheet management will keep a certain amount, but we'll risk adjust how much we want to keep, because if you have so much Caspa that it would take you a month to sell it all,
Yeah. Sure.
you'd crash the market at
It's,
the same
it's
time.
thinly traded, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What is it? Do you get any backlash from an optics standpoint from the Bitcoin maximalist community about that? Because they tend to lash out at everything that's non-Bitcoin. And how do you manage that?
the haters definitely amplified some of
Yeah.
their vocalisms, and
Yeah.
some of the memes were
Yeah.
the usual kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
So, what I will say about that part is he does sort of say, you know, uh, he he speaks for the Bitcoin maximalists, so there is a chance that he's careful about what he talks about because his investors, his shareholders are Bitcoiners. Like they don't really want to hear about Caspa, and if he talks about it, he gets negative feedback from talking about other things other than Bitcoin. So this whole interview is about Bitcoin, and that was pretty much the only time he'll mention Caspa. That is the only time he'll mention Caspa in the whole interview. And, in my opinion, he could be just appealing to shareholders, but it sounds to me like he mines Bitcoin. He mines Kaspa just to sell it for Bitcoin. So I did want to dig in a little bit deeper and show you what I came across. I pulled up their earnings for the quarter three of 2025, and that was the most recent thing I could find. And I wanted to go over their numbers with you because nowhere in their balance sheet does it say Kaspa. Okay, now it says um, digital assets twice on here. Okay, and their total assets are right here. Now, if you look at these numbers, no, first of all, nowhere in this entire presentation is the word Caspa mentioned at all. Okay, so they're not mentioning it at all. Now, from there, I mean, I dug deeper to see if there's any other places that they talk about holding Caspa. We can assume that they hold Caspa here based off of what he says in this interview, right? He says they hold Caspa. Now, this is 18 months ago. This interview was done. So they could change their state of mind in that 18 months, okay? But I dug deeper, okay? I had a really long, great conversation with Grok, and at the end of it, what Grok gave me was an address. He gave me an address right here, and according to the community, this is or was the Marathon Digital wallet address. And I even questioned him on it because he said in this, you know, how AI is just starts making things up sometimes, but it says in this, oh, it holds 34 million. And I copied the wallet address and I put it into Caspa.stream. Shout out to Caspa.stream. And this wallet has 1 million Caspa in it. Okay. And I said, wow, that's a big difference. Okay. So going through, first of all, I don't even know if this is the Marathon Digital wallet because these guys are, well, they are intaking Caspa, that's for sure. Um, and they're transacting in it, right? They are sending a 500,000 Caspa, then receiving it on KuCoin, you know, and then they're selling it back on Bybit. I mean, what, you know, this whole look at this right here. Just they sold 471 million of it, and then bought it back 3 hours later, and then sold that same exact amount back on Bybit 2 hours after that. So they lost Caspa here when they sold it here and then they bought it back. They bought back less, so they offloaded 30,000, and then they resold it for the same amount of Caspa. Uh, Now maybe this was a fluctuation in price, right? Maybe Caspa went up 5 cents and they sold the same amount of Caspa, went up to 5 cents, and maybe I don't really know. I'm just pointing out that this is an odd transaction here to all happen in one day. Look, here's more. This is all the same day. They bought a 500,000, sold just under a 500,000, bought it back. Like, what is that? Anyway, my my point is that I don't even know if this is the Marathon Digital wallet, and therefore we can't verify what is what if this is what they hold. There is nothing in the earnings that talks about Caspa. They don't mention it at all. They don't mention mining it. If this is the wallet connected to them, which I don't know if it is, it doesn't look like they're holding much Caspa to me, although I have my doubts about this being the Marathon Digital wallet. And furthermore, he doesn't sound like he's really into Caspa, you know, in this interview. So, you know, when you see things on the internet about Marathon Digital and how involved they are with Caspa, and yeah, Marathon Digital is the winner, the best, and we're going mainstream. Just think twice about it, you know. It's not that you should hate Marathon Digital or, you know, whatever, but just question things when you hear them, because what you see on X is a clip, and watching the whole interview from where he talks about Caspa, it changes your perception on what's actually going on behind the scenes, with not even right in front of you, you know, with Caspa and Marathon Digital. So, um, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know if you have more information, okay? If you know of a different site and you can present something different. This is what I researched, and you know, I'm totally here to make a conversation about this. Maybe they do hold it and you have proof of that. I'd love to see that. So share it down in the comments. Let me know what you think. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one.